Good morning and welcome in to the new members and to the old members that have found their way back to the community. I need you just as much as you need me. As we can see in this morning's update, Bitcoin is down 275 points or 0.44%. And we're going to go over the wider technicals to see if Bitcoin is in fact about to come down, or if we're going to have a continuation to the top side, an unexpected one, when many are fueled with the speculation that Bitcoin's about to have a major drop. Now that we know the fact that 3,940 Bitcoin has been uploaded from the U.S. government after they gained approval on the 25th of June. We know the U.S. government holds 212,000 Bitcoin, but we also know that Mt. Gox, in July, it looks like they're going to sell a steady amount, and they have over 150,000 Bitcoin. So with all of these things being pushed together, it does appear that there is a bearish, at least a bearish picture that's being painted here in the future of crypto. But what if we don't just happen to fall off right away? What if we go down to 58K and we double bottom there for Bitcoin, and then we rise up to 73 because we've got such a massive amount of liquidations? There's like there's many billions of dollars set up there for liquidation at 73,000. At $73,000, we've got, let me just make sure what it was, and this is from a few days ago, but I just want to make sure what this liquidation was. Just got to go back a little bit. So if we get up to 73K, there's $9 billion worth of shorts that will be liquidated. We already know that there was over 1.5, there was closer to 2.2 billion liquidated on that move to 58,000 or 58.3. So what if Bitcoin does come down and double bottom and then we end up breaking back up? Or what if Bitcoin bounced off here? We'll take a look at the possibilities here this morning to see whether or not Bitcoin can in fact rally, or if it's just straight down from here. So we'll take an honest look here. We'll look at XRP. As right now, it's up about 0.5%, nothing major, pretty flat. But we'll take a look, as we do have a little bit of news with XRP, as 120 million tokens were shuffled by whales. And then the speculation is XRP readying for a $2 move, a move to $2. So we'll read through that. We'll see if there's any possibility of that, or if that's just some FUD. But I'll definitely be happy to look at that. So please make sure to hit that like button so that you YouTube will recommend this update. By you hitting that like button and YouTube recommending the update, it will allow my content to push through the algorithm, which means that when you look on YouTube on the news feed, my content pops up whether or not you're a subscriber or not. So please make sure to hit that like button. I'll catch you on the other side of the intro. Good morning, 9:03 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Friday, June 28th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So here's what we're looking at this morning. So first we'll start with XRP. We'll start with the immediate short term, and we'll work our way all the way out into the potential of what could happen in a more macro view. We'll start with the micro in the 30-minute, and we'll work our way up to the macro. So in the 30-minute, XRP started to break out a little bit. We need to push above 47.8 cents and hold it in order to have a short-term reversal. We can see a possible W reversal here. Not the most bullish of W's, but nonetheless, there's still a W there. And if we bounce off of this support, we could find ourselves pushing up in the immediate short term. As we can see, we broke out of the short term structure. And this is a little more, I would say a little more on point, just because this is the short term consolidation. I wouldn't say that this is the end all be all, because this is obviously not even right from what I can see. This is how it's supposed, yeah. I don't know why it was set up like. Sometimes I move this on accident during the lives when I'm going through all the charts, but this is what we're looking at. So if XRP backtest here and we don't break down past 474, we do have the possibility of running up to that 505 resistance. And it seems like a wide gap, but it's really not. It's not as wide of a gap as it looks. If we come back into this chart, we're right on the top side of this. So 474 on the back test, and then if we can hold 478, that's basically get over 474, back test and hold. And then if we're at 478, we can start that rise. We've seen that on this chart, the resistance, if we get all the way back to the top, is right around 51 cents. I'm going to delete this 505 because it's irrelevant now because of where we're at in the current formation. And we can see that one showed 51 cents. This one shows right around 507. So anywhere between 50.7 and 51 cents would be the next push up, assuming we could hold this. Now we're starting to become rather oversold here in the shorter time frame, so we'll have to see. But let's just say we bounce over 47.60. That would be about a 6.38% push up for XRP on a hold. Now let's just say we get rejected here, and then XRP needs to come down to a lower support. Well, the one spot is right around that cup and handle support is about a 12% drop. But you can't just get there. Just because you break down, there is a chance that, let's just say we lose the 474. There's a chance that you could have a 2.4% correction, and then you triple bottom at around the 462 level. So that is a possibility as well this morning. When I start to look at some of these time frames, we still have a little bit of momentum. Still not a terrible 45-minute, as that's more of a dragonfly doji there. So that's more of a bullish candle in the 45. But with where everything is at, it definitely looks like some consolidation could take place. And I wouldn't be surprised if we found ourselves back at 47.4 cents. I don't necessarily like the way that it was pushing up, but that never has stopped it before. So, I mean, I could see it bouncing off if it wants to do something. But we just need to make sure that this isn't rounding and then it just pushes down in an M. See, I can see right now with the way this is set up, if it pulls down, that's a beautiful M. So let's just make sure that we hold this consolidation before we jump off a cliff and say we're ready to rise here. So that's what I'm looking at for XRP. The XRP Bitcoin pairing's up 1.3% to the 781 sat level. It's continuing to gain a little bit of steam here. We're on the top side of a very important support resistance structure. So as long as we stay on the top side of 777 sat level, we very well could make a push up. We've got a little bit of a hanging W here. And if this pushes up and you see something like that, that's how you get maximum push. 4 hourly still got some room. Daily's got room. 2 hourly's got room. We've still got room here. It's just now that it came up, it'll probably, it's had some volatility here where it's tried to hold. So, I mean, if it bounces out, we could have a nice little rally. This could be speaking to the fact if XRP is getting ready for a lengthier move up. So, according to the XRP Bitcoin pairing, we're not completely dead yet. Boom, boom. Let's say it creates that inverse right arm. This could be the start of a breakout, even in the short term. So, we have to watch that. If you want to see a perfect example of that short-term inverse head and shoulders, it's right here on B2 Gold. As I hope some of you took advantage of this. It came all the way down here to $2.51. I was not bashful, and I showed me buying even more, even though I already had a large amount in. And it looks like a nice inverse head and shoulders here. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Now it's pushing up. Should bring us up to, at minimum, this $2.85. In pre-market, it's up to $2.73, up about 0.75%. Yesterday it was up 3.04 cents. Gold's up another $10 today, so that shouldn't hinder it. So that was just a quick way to sneak in some commodities with B2 Gold. So watch that as this inverse head and shoulders in the immediate short term seems to be playing up. Bitcoin down 355 points or 0.58% to 61,350. It's interesting. Bitcoin's interesting right now. Bitcoin's teasing reversal back to the top side. But yet it continuously is getting rejected by this downtrending resistance at 61,780. So is Bitcoin going to continue this rejection because it's got a bearish start here to the morning? My speculation was that Bitcoin, to have maximum bounce, that it would come back down here and then it could create that gigantic inverse head and shoulder, that W reversal for the head, and that's where I'd be looking to buy. Now, one could say that it already created a head formation, which is true, but I'm looking for maximum opportunity here. If Bitcoin has a dump down like that, it seems to me that we would have a beautiful opportunity for a copy trade there. As I've been pining to get into another one, it's just we're so volatile in this range that I want to make sure if I take XRP long, that it's hitting my proper areas of back test, which it's not even close yet because it can't get back over. Well, that's XLM, but XLM can't get back over this 0.93 right now. If XLM gets over, sorry, I said XRP, but if XLM gets over this 9.3 cents, it's got a chance to push over. If we're over 9.32, there is that opportunity that we could have a massive rise back up. It's not a huge one, but it's still up to 10.4 cents, which is about a 12% move from here. So watch that for XLM. Trying to get through this very quickly because I've got a lot of stuff that I needed to talk about, which we've gotten through some of it, but I still would like to get through that reading before I leave. XRP's teasing a possible continuation. As we can see in the hourly, that's a Dragonfly Doji, which is a bullish continuation. That doesn't mean it has to have that bullish continuation, but that's what it's signaling. With XRP here, on this chart, we're looking to see if we can back test 474. And then that could be telling us on the USD chart that we're ready to push out and try to push that 50.8 cent area. Yeah, I mean, we're right at the cusp here. We're right at the cusp for XRP. We're going to need some volatility to the upside, though, if we want this to continue. So let's see what the whales are doing so that we can see exactly which direction they're going. So XRP price reading for $2, and that's obviously the FUD and that Stokes I'm reading in this article. So whales fuel speculation shifting 121 million XRP, and believe it or not a lot we're talking about this move of 120 million, so I had to find it where I could. The Ripple Labs backed cryptocurrency XRP has again turned heads across the broader crypto market. On-chain data suggests whales have shuffled nearly 120 million coins in the past 24 hours, stirring speculation over the XRP's future price movements. Notably, a recent optimistic buzz surrounding the token is its potential to scale $2 ahead. The massive whale activity emerging amid this highly optimistic buzz for the Ripple-backed coin has captured global attention. So 120 million coins shuffled. What's the scoop? According to the data offered by Whale Alert on X, a total of 120.18 million XRP was shifted by whales over the past day. These transactions encompassed accumulations and dumps in hand. Notably, the renowned XRP whale RZN collectively shifted 63.89 million coins to Sux's Bitstamp and Bitso via 2 transactions. Meanwhile, 2 addresses, RHWJ and RFQ9, collectively accumulated 56.29 million XRP from Binance, one of the world's leading cryptocurrency exchanges. These transactions have sparked a range of market sentiments for the asset, particularly amid the anticipation of a potential $2 price target. In the coming months, a recent report by CoinGate Media pointed out that the market enthusiasts have joined the chorus of praise for an XRP bull run to $2 ahead, adding to the excitement. Simultaneously, XRP traded in the green territory today, aligning with the broader crypto market movements. As of writing, XRP price noted gains worth 1.86% over the past day to trade at 47.58 cents. Its 24-hour lows and tops were 46.57 and 47.7 cents respectively. CoinGlass data showed a 2.04% surge in XRP's future open interest to 594.38 million, aligning with its price upswing. However, the derivatives volume tanked by 7.60%, sparking contrasting sentiments among market participants. Besides, the relative strength index moved along 40, hinting at broader neutrality with slight downside pressure. Nonetheless, broader industry sentiments remain positive regarding long-term prospects for the token concerning this. A recent post by BitTrue ambassador Brett Hill on X claimed that the XRP price in the next few months will surpass $2, further solidifying optimism around the token. So a lot of exchanges are telling us to buy XRP, and now BitTrue is telling us it's going to surpass $2 in the next few months. So what do we make about this conjecture? Do we think there's some truth to this? Or do we think XRP is ready to ride a wave down? Because the speculation is becoming stronger and stronger. A lot of people are talking about these targets sub 20 cents, sub 10 cents, going back to 2020 lows. But yet you continue to see the optimism within many of these articles, like this one, talking about the possibility of a $2 surge. While if they're basing it on that 120 million tokens moved, there was 8 million more tokens moved to sell than to buy. So I'm not sure where they draw that conclusion to $2 based on that whale movement. I'm not seeing it. I find that to be a bunch of bullshit, to be honest with you. When 52 million are moving tokens onto the or off the exchange, but 60 million are moving them onto the exchange, or 58 million, I mean, it doesn't make any sense to say that that's going to be the leading signal for a move to $2. Now, there are different things set up, like the cup and handle formation, that could speak to the fact that if we could have a real breakout, that we could test the limits of $2. But the first target would be $1.16 roughly. And then if you got on top of the areas, you could definitely run up to $1.97, as that could be the retest of this current cup and handle after a breakout. Because if you measure the base, it becomes a much larger move. And then it becomes a pretty interesting, the base, I suppose, you could say is somewhere around here. We already know the measurement up to $1.16. And then if it ended up getting on, I mean, you could see a much, much bigger rise. But we'll keep it like this for now. But we'll see in the next weeks to months if we do end up making an up push. But my problem is we're 2 days away now. Or 3 days. You got the 28th, 29th, and 30th. And then we've got that monthly 1 billion escrow dump from Ripple, dumping 1 billion XRP. So do we think it's about the rise? A lot of times we have a price pump right before we have the escrow dump that brings it right back down. So a lot of speculation, a lot of conjecture here this morning, but it's pretty simple what we're seeing. Bitcoin right now is down 372 points. We're still on this inverse head and shoulders pattern, and until it breaks down, this is still a very bullish pattern, as we broke out of an inverse head and shoulders, and I'm speculating that it could come back down and retest that area or make a double bottom around 58K. But that's only if it were to give back this pattern. If it doesn't give back this pattern, that's a moot point. Because we are on the top side of this consolidation. Oh my God. I hate when it does this. I'm getting rid of this. Getting rid of this because now I'm upset. But we are on the top side of this right now. So as long as Bitcoin's on the top side of this pennant flag consolidation, it still is a very bullish setup. And furthermore, let me put this back up so that we can see what is actually going on, because that's not even in the right spot. So we've got something like that. So that's what it looks like we were doing. And now that we're on the top side of this, it's pretty interesting. And we're even back testing this too, which makes it even more interesting. This doesn't even look right. It's supposed to be from here. I was gonna say something doesn't look right. It's always frustrating when you cut off your chart and then you have to start looking back at it because you've had the price movement already. Something like that. Something like that for that pennant flag consolidation. 4 hourly. We can see we're on the top side of it now. Let's pull this back just in case. And now we can see the back test here. Let's bring it into a smaller time frame. The back test here happened perfectly where I circled. Now it's a matter of if we get a rejection here and can't get out of this consolidation, If that holds true at 61,800 area, and then it starts pushing down, there's a very real chance that either we need to come back to 60,565, which is only about an 800 point drop, or you start to push 59.5, and then ultimately I think it benefits us to push somewhere near 58K. And if that happens, we could create a beautiful double bottom, but we also have to watch for the possibility of a breakout here. So if it does push past 61,800, it's going to try to break out. So just consider all this and more when you're watching this update. If you made it until the end, hashtag be better, do better in the comments. And please make sure that like button, as on average, yesterday we had about 19 or 1.9 out of every 10 people hit that like button, which is still very low. So if you could hit that like button, we need to do better on the ratio than 1 out of every 10. And we can push this content much, much farther. If you're looking to trade XRP in the USA or abroad, or you're looking to copy trade, or look to buy the XRP Bitcoin pairing, that's in the video description below under our pinned comments. There's HOTCOIN where you can join me on that venture. No VPN. If you're looking for XRP in the USA and you're looking for not to copy trade, but you're looking for an exchange that I personally love, that's BITUNIX. And then there's also BLOFIN as well in the video description below under our pinned comments. You can copy trade there and you've got control more of your assets. So look deeper into that. I'll catch you later in this afternoon's update. Gotta go.